Do you ever wonder why some people seem to have it all? Why do wealth, success, and freedom flow so effortlessly to them while others struggle? The great error is believing these things arrive by chance, favor, or luck. They don't. Wealth and success are not a matter of fate. They're a direct result of something much deeper: your personal growth. You don't attract success by waiting for it. You attract it by becoming the kind of person who commands it. Think of it this way: your external world is a mirror of your internal world. The growth you force upon yourself through discipline and purpose is the doorway through which every fortune must walk. This process of growth isn't easy or comfortable. It requires you to force yourself to change, to do the difficult, painful work of becoming better. Most people get older without truly evolving. They become masters of repetition, living the same year again and again and calling a life. They confuse aging with maturity and experience with wisdom. But if you want a different life, a life of uncommon results, you must choose to grow in ways most people won't. Growth is a conscious decision, not an accidental byproduct of time. It demands that you confront your weaknesses, challenge your beliefs, and step into the discomfort of the unknown. It's the silent, daily choice to push past your current limits. While others are seeking comfort, you must be seeking resistance. The person you are today cannot carry the wealth, success, or influence you desire tomorrow. That version of you must be upgraded, and the upgrade begins with the difficult, deliberate work of growth. You can't achieve more in life than your current level of growth allows. This is a fundamental law of reality. If your mind is small, your world will shrink to match it. If your habits are weak, your progress will crumble under pressure. But if you force yourself to grow every day with discipline and intention, then wealth and success don't become a lucky accident. They become a natural outcome. The gritty work of growth. Growth is often a painful and uncomfortable process. It can feel confusing and lonely because it forces you to face your weaknesses and limits head on. But you have to understand that the pain you feel isn't a punishment. It's preparation. It's a clear sign that you're leaving your old self behind and stepping into a new version of yourself. You aren't stuck, you are sprouting. Think of a seed pushing through the hard soil. The struggle is a necessary part of the process, a force required to break free and reach for the sun. The friction and tension are not there to stop you, but to refine you. If you keep going, the fruit of that effort will eventually arrive. The discomfort you feel today is the foundation for the strength you will have tomorrow. It is the silent, internal work that makes you capable of handling the wealth, success, and responsibility you desire. To force yourself to grow, you must embrace discomfort. The first and most crucial step is to embrace discomfort. You must accept a simple truth. True growth never happens in your comfort zone. It's about willingly doing the things that the average person actively avoids and even runs from. This means waking up earlier when everyone else is sleeping, thinking more deeply when others are mindlessly scrolling on their phones, and delaying instant gratification when a quick reward is right in front of you. This is the daily, quiet work that builds your inner strength and resilience. Growth is not a vacation. It's an expedition into the unknown parts of yourself. A key part of this is learning to replace your emotional, knee-jerk reactions with a calm, clear response. When a difficult situation arises, your old self might react with anger or frustration. But the person you are becoming will take a breath and choose a thoughtful response. This conscious decision to respond rather than react is the very essence of growth. It is the moment you take control of your emotions and your life, proving to yourself that you're no longer a slave to your feelings. Build your environment. Next, you have to build your environment. Your surroundings have a powerful, often unseen effect on your life. The wrong environment, one filled with negative, complacent, or small-minded people, will keep you small. It will lull you back to sleep, justify your mediocrity, and actively work against your desire to grow. You are in many ways the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. But the right environment will shake you awake. It's crucial to surround yourself with people who challenge your ideas, push you higher, and demand more from you, not out of malice, but out of a deep respect for your potential. Seek out mentors who have achieved what you want to achieve. Read books from great thinkers who force you to expand your perspective. Listen to podcasts and voices that challenge you to think differently. Your future depends on who you allow into your world. By carefully choosing your environment, you create a current that pulls you forward, making growth not just a goal, but an inevitable outcome. Make growth a priority. You can't just hope for growth. You have to make it a priority. This means putting it on your schedule and treating it with the same importance as a work meeting or a doctor's appointment. You wouldn't skip a crucial meeting, so why would you skip the time you've set aside for your evolution? You must also track your habits, your hours, and your progress. What you measure, you can manage, and what you manage, you can improve. This is how you move from vague ambition to concrete action. When you make growth a priority, you stop letting life happen to you and start making things happen for yourself. This simple act of commitment is the difference between a person who waits for success and a person who actively builds it day by day. Commit to consistency. Finally, you must commit to consistency. This is the single most important habit for building unshakable confidence. Confidence isn't born from compliments, applause, or a sudden burst of luck. It's born from the quiet, daily commitment you make to yourself. Every time you show up and do the work, especially on the days you don't feel like it, you prove to yourself that you are a person of your word. This is how you build deep self-trust and discipline. It's the steady, repeated act of doing what you said you would do that separates those who dream about success from those who live it. This consistency creates a powerful inner narrative that says, I am a person who follows through, and your outer world will soon begin to reflect that belief. The real reward. The greatest prize isn't the wealth or the success you gain. It's who you become in the process. Many people inherit money or get lucky breaks, only to lose it all because they never grow. Their success was built on luck, not on the solid ground of a strong character. True, lasting success is the result of what you built inside yourself, brick by brick. You will not simply drift into this kind of growth. You must make a conscious decision to make it happen. You have to set standards higher than your current mood and say yes to effort when your body says rest. That is how you build true strength and train your mind for success. When the rewards begin to show up, don't forget how you got there. You didn't become great by accident. You grew into it. You forced the old version of yourself to change, and you must never stop. The moment you stop growing, you start shrinking. Success isn't a destination, it's a practice. You have to keep showing up, keep pushing, and keep evolving because the journey never ends. The final takeaway: you are made to create, to rise, and to lead. Don't be like most people who let their past limit their future. You have the power to change yourself, to break free from old habits, and to become your higher self. This isn't a wish, it's your inherent capability. So what now? The path forward is not a grand, complicated plan. It starts with brutal honesty. Look in the mirror and ask, where am I still small? What habit is holding me back? Once you identify that weakness, you must not simply accept it. You must attack it. Replace weakness with discipline. Replace chaos with structure. And reinforce your new, higher standards every single day. This is the daily internal battle that determines your external reality. By doing this, you will become the kind of person who deserves the things you once only dreamed about. Wealth and success will find you, not because you're chasing them, but because you're carrying the energy of a person who has earned them. You'll project a presence that is confident, stable, and capable, and the world will respond. Remember, growth is a way of life. It's the silent, daily work that turns your potential into reality. It's the early mornings, the difficult conversations, and the tough choices you make when no one is watching. Don't wait for a miracle. Become a miracle. The person who consistently grows will never lack for anything because they're always becoming more valuable. And value is a magnet for success.